Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Didsbury Art Studio. I'm Sally, an art and art textiles teacher, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you a smocking design. I've called it a twisty square design. It's just really what I thought it looked like, and I hope you really like it. And I've used some recycled fabric to do the design on, and let's get straight into the video. She's in absolute bliss land. Okay then, so today we are going to be doing this twisty square design. So as usual, I've just prepared it on some A3 paper, just drawn out a 1-inch grid, and that is the design that you need to copy. I've called it a twisty square design. That's something I've come up with. It's just, you know, how the appearance that I think it looks a little bit like. I'm going to be using this light box here, so I'm just going to switch this up, and I've got this kind of fleecy blanket type material that I got from a jumble sale a while ago, so I'm just going to recycle that. So I'm going to pop that on there, and then what pen shall we use? What pen shall we use? Let's try this one. How does this look? Yep, I'm happy with that. So that comes out really, really well. So I am just going to pop all the rest of the design on. So if you haven't watched any of my videos before, this is definitely a pen I use a lot of. It's called a friction pen, and it can be removed later by using the heat of an iron. Or if you don't want your smocking for this particular project to go flat, then obviously you could just use, hello Lila, that's a little putty cat over there. Yeah, we could just use the steam of the iron. So with the smocking, it can be a bit of a chore during the actual design of the pattern out, like I'm doing now, but this is a process, and once you've got this bit sussed, then you can go off and enjoy the stitching part of it later. But we do need to prepare the fabric firstly with the design, the 2D design, because obviously this is a technique which is going to make voluminous smocking, which I absolutely love. So I've been doing the smocking videos for quite some time now, and it really is, I think I put it on my YouTube page many times, but I've become a little bit obsessed with the smocking. I just really like how things come out. I just really enjoy putting it together and wondering what you can do with that sample. So I'm on a bit of a pursuit to see what materials I can use with the smocking, because they all come out really differently. I'm on a bit of a mission to find out how the scale of a design affects the outcome as well, how the combination of the fabric and the scale also affect the smocking pattern. And I have made quite a few videos using cinema, a millinery fabric, which I've really enjoyed using, this straw-like fabric, which is really light and versatile, and when you combine it with the smocking, you just get these large scale sculptural pieces, and I love that. I am going to continue with my quest to try and see what we can do with the smocking. I think I also want to start making some of my own patterns up. So not doing the research and trying out other patterns that already exist, but try and create some of my own. And if we manage that, then I also want to then explore trying out different fabrics with those patterns. So I'm really enjoying the process of that. So we are very nearly done. I'm using just an A3 piece of fabric because I just want to create a bank of resources with the smocking samples. So that's what I'm putting together. We've done quite a lot so far, if you're keeping up, and even if you're putting a bank together as well, hopefully this is helping you. But yeah, keeping the fabric smaller helps it be a bit more, less time consuming, I guess. So I can have a wealth of different designs ready to use. I'm actually really enjoying using the fabrics that I've been gathering from the jumble sale actually that I went to a while ago. I've also been getting fabrics from car boot sales. I've always got fabrics as well from charity shops too. And as we know, I really like both. Two fabric shops in Manchester. I like Bamba's and I like Leon's fabrics as well. So there we go. Let's have a look at this. So that didn't actually take too long at all. Alright, so we're going to start down here. This is where we're going to sew. We're going to sew from here to here, up, from here to here, up. And then I'll show you a column once we're done, but let's begin here. I've got my thread, got my needle, tied a knot at the opposite end. I'm just using some thread that I already had set up on this needle, so it's not going to last too long because it's quite a short piece of thread. So it's still the same upholstery thread that I often use. So I'm just popping my knot, just a little stitch in that corner there, into the corner of this arrow here on this right hand side. And then we're going to just head up to the top there, just a small stitch. I always just put my finger and thumb over the eye needle there, and that will just prevent the thread hopefully from slipping out. And then we're just going to gently gather the fabric in, and then those threads. Pop a knot, and then on the diamonds we're just going to start at the bottom here. We're going to go anti-clockwise, so head into each corner up to the top. And then pinch the middle and pop your needle through. Pop a knot. I'm going to put two there actually. Definitely need that to hold. And then when I'm putting knots in, I always just twist it around the bottom of my needle like so, and just create my little knot that way. Okay then, so now I'm going to go to this diamond here in the middle. I'll just show you the back there. Not really showing too much. These are starting to form. That's what we want. So back to this diamond here. Boom. Into the corners. It's a very wet, rainy day today. It's made it really dark inside this studio. Lily's gone to sleep over there. She's not keen on the rain. Right then, I'm going to pull that in. Oops. Pull that in nice and tight. And then take your needle through the centre. So back over to this half arrow here. So just a little stitch. Bish, bash, bosh. There we go. We're just going to head into the middle of that arrow shape and then up top here. Take your needle through. So I'm actually on a very small needle here, which I'm not enjoying already. It just feels too flimsy and narrow, so we will carry on with the rest of this thread. So now I'm heading over to this diamond over here, pull the threads. I'll just finish this column off. Just the last stretch. No, let's put a, oh no, whoopsie daisy. That was the last one. Right. Shall we take a look at what we've got? Okay, so that's the back, and then this is the front. What we need to do now is we're going to be doing a bit of twisting with these little diamonds here. So firstly, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push all of these little petals. This is the back where we've just sewn. Just going to push those through to the front. So yeah, I'm just going to twist, I mean literally if they're turning that way, you're just going to twist the fabric just a little bit more, just give it a little bit of a nudge. That one's going that way, so I'd give that a little bit of a twist that way. This one's going that way, so literally that's what I'm going to do. So it was pretty much done. I've just literally just exaggerated the twists so that they've gone in the direction that I want them to go. Like that one's going that way. And that is it, done. A little mini piece. So I hope you enjoyed my video today, and if you did, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you've enjoyed it today, I'll see you in the very next video. Alright then, take care of yourselves, see you shortly. Bye!